Hello and welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John, where in each episode we'll stroll down the Macintosh memory lane. We'll discuss older Macintosh computers, collecting all things related to the Mac and Apple computer, and current topics from the perspective that only a couple of old Mac fans can provide.
Hello. Oh, here we are. I meant to return last week, but I don't even recall. I think it was just a very, very busy day. Didn't quite get together in time for the show. So we're back.
Here.
We're here. That's the important thing. And
That's right.
Last week, yes. We're not going to dwell on the past. Macintosh is over. And we're going to talk about some of the projects that caught our eyes.
Yeah.
So we got that coming up. We've got eBay finds and a pretty good handful of news stories to cover. But we ought to record for real. I don't see anybody chiming in the chat. Maybe nobody. They were finally sick after we called it last week.
They're like, that's it. I am not doing this again. Messing with their emotions.
All right, let's record the show. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the RetroMacCast with James and John. This is episode 705 for April 7th, 2025. Good evening, John.
Good evening, James.
How are you today?
I am well.
Good. Now I can't remember. Did you do anything specifically for Macintosh, or did you just live your?
I didn't.
Macintosh life. Yes.
I was going to, and I got permission to share the files for the 60% scale Mac I made that I put my M4 Mini into. I did get permission from the gent to do those, and that was what I was going to do, but I haven't because I'm still trying to get the mouse finished.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you did. I can't remember what happened. You were trying to update your.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess that kind
and...
of could be considered. Yeah. All right. So I decided to put Sequoia onto my 2013 Mac Pro. Was able to do it. It was booting very nicely. Everything was running very well, except for 2 of the apps that we need for the podcast. Basically, Chrome, and as well as I had installed Teams since we were no longer able to use Skype.
Yeah,
and both those applications had very, very weird graphical issues where the windows would just kind of be pink and not really work at all. A little Google foo, and I found out what it is Sequoia never really had drivers written for it for the AMD GPU. So anything that by default wants to use that GPU has graphical issues. So even though I do highly recommend, if you've got something with with a standard NVIDIA chip, to go ahead and try using Legacy Core Patcher to put Sequoia onto an older system. Don't do it if you've got an AMD GPU. So I went ahead and put Monterey back on there, and one of the things that really made me sad about not being able to have Sequoia is the very, very awesome Macintosh screensaver, the one that has the very retro elements from the original.
Yeah.
But I was able to find a bunch of screenshots of that and put it on as my wallpaper. And then I was also able to download a video of the screensaver running, and then using a screensaver that lets you run a video as your screensaver. So I kind of have a workaround.
Good.
Kind of silly, but hey, there you go.
Yeah, so that image is one of those images as our backdrop, right? Right here in this
Yeah.
screen. That's one of the images you're talking about. All right. Well, we will be right back with some eBay finds.
So did you know chat is disabled for this live stream on YouTube? Maybe why nobody's chimed in?
How is that?
Because we have 3
I
people
didn't do
watching.
that.
Hello, 3 people watching.
How do we where do you see that it's disabled?
If you bring it up on YouTube, bring up our stream as it is right now, you will see that chat is disabled for this live stream.
Well, that's super weird. I mean, I didn't do anything to. What if I chat here? Will this show up? I'm here. Will this show up on YouTube if I type it in the StreamYard thing?
Right. It just says chat is disabled for this live stream. Let me try to do a refresh on that.
That's weird.
No, just says chat is disabled.
Wow. Well,
so
something happened. I mean, I just did what I have done for every year,
right?
Every time, forever.
So sorry, peeps. We'll figure it out for next week because it's quite enjoyable seeing the feedback from whoever.
I can
patient with our
try if it's on a YouTube side problem here. I can see if I can fix it. If there's something I can do.
So when you set up the what the stream is going to be, you do that through StreamYard though, correct?
I do, yeah. That's why I think maybe StreamYard did some kind of update that's messed up.
Turns off something.
I don't do anything in YouTube. It automatically does that all. But what I'm wondering is if I can somehow affect it from within YouTube. So I will pull up the feed.
Well, this is scintillating for anyone who is watching for us.
All right, I couldn't. I went in there and I didn't see anything that I can enable the chat. So,
all right. Well, it was worth a shot. We'll get it fixed for next week,
or not. We'll try. All right, let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's time now for eBay finds. Last week there was This is Spinal Tap CD-ROM from 1994. It's still available for a buy it now of $30, or you can make an offer. Then we had the Jasmine backpack.
Oh, the crazy hard drive for the back of your Mac Plus.
Yeah. And this one was available for $375, or you can make an offer on that.
Still there? Was that what you're saying? That one's still available?
It's still there.
Okay.
And the World of Apple Desktop Media, the video cassette, that one is still available for $40 as the buy it now, and you can make an offer on that. Okay, we'll begin this week with this. I love these things that aren't necessarily officially licensed Apple products or gifts or otherwise.
Right.
But a good job was been done.
Yeah.
And this it says vintage Apple computer plate, and the description reads let's see, handcrafted 8.5-inch ceramic plate featuring the iconic Apple rainbow logo, produced near Los Altos. And that's pretty much it. It says from the 80s. It's glazed ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
Look through the pictures here. You can see the size of the plate, and it's pretty much it's almost like it's got like a shallow dish part to it. And then the logo fills up the whole center. And it's, it's not, it's obviously has a handmade feel to it with the drawing of the 6-color Apple logo. But I think I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's definitely got some. Obviously, whoever did this was a big enough fan of Apple that they decided they wanted an Apple plate. Darn it, they were gonna make one if they had to.
Yeah, this would look great on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a pretty reasonable price for something that somebody spent quite a lot of time to buy it now.
This has got some charm to it, don't you think?
Yeah. If I didn't have already so much stuff, I would snap this up because they only want to buy it now of $27.30, and you can even make an offer too. So you can maybe snag it for even less than that. It ships from San Francisco, so I don't know. Somebody should buy that though. That is a nice little item.
Very nice. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next, we have the Apple Macintosh 2FX, the fastest 68030 Mac, running at 40 megahertz. This one has 20 megs of RAM. It's been restored and working. So let's take a look at the case here. The case doesn't look like ridiculously yellowed. Doesn't look like it. The tabs on the back aren't broken off. It looks like it's got maybe a back plate is missing, but back plate is missing. Doesn't look like there's a card or anything in there. Other than that, it looks in good shape. This has got it's a buy it now of $799.99, so penny shy of $800. Let's see what else it's got in it. Its original hard disk has been upgraded to 500 megs. It's got a brand new PRM battery. The system features an installation of 7.1. However, the seller would be happy to install a different operating system of choice. And while the case is in fairly decent shape, please note that it does have several blemishes and small dents. They must be very small. I'm having a hard time spotting them in there. What do you think?
You can see. It's a great example. Like here in this picture on the side, you can see the little.
Oh yeah, yep. There you go. Yeah, that one is definitely missing a chunk on the side. Yeah,
but the other side looks good, and the back looks pretty good, given its age and everything.
If I was to buy something like this, I'd have to buy some sort of card to put in where the plastic cover plate is missing on the back.
Oh, the
like a network card or something.
Yeah.
These were, if I remember correctly, these are all new bus cards, correct? So all the slots on this were a new bus. Okay. Yeah. So a new bus network card would not be too hard to run across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very nice, and I like that it's been restored. And $800 by now. No make an offer.
No make an offer. Nope. They are. This is what they want.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they. Yeah.
I mean, these are so rare, and they get in good working condition and decent shape. I feel like that's a decent price. Well,
I think it's a decent. I absolutely agree. It is a decent price.
Okay. All right, and next, the title is Apple Macintosh Museum for sale. And the description says, I have been a collector for 30 years, had a Mac museum, house is filled with Apple products and displays for years. Time has come to move on. I don't have space anymore or as much interest as I once did. Bills to pay and life changes mean it's all got to go. There's some pretty rare and collectible stuff in here, not just because they're getting old and long retired, but personal ties to Apple Computers Direct. Also included is the Apple monitor from Rob Janoff himself, the man who created the Apple logo. It says there's a working next in there.
Nice. Next
About
cube.
Something from every decade from 84 to 2018. And there's a good list of everything. But I
Oh,
will
wow.
a pretty good accounting in the list. We'll look at the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the IMAX alone, it's got all the colors and all the original 5 colors, and a Dalmatian and a flower power.
Right.
Every color of the clamshell iBook, including a lime blueberry, tangerine, and graphite. iMac flat panel display, the desk lamp iMac.
And a lot of
Vintage
these things
classic
are
Macintosh computers like the 512, Mac Pluses, and more. Mac Minis, Mac Pros, Macintosh Performers, Power Macintosh G3, G4, G4 Cube, G5, Macintosh PowerBooks 100 and a Duo and a 520, PowerBook G3, PowerBook G4, X server, rare Macintosh portable with carrying case, Apple Newton eMate, Apple monitors, both green and color, many original boxes, loads of software. The seller worked for Apple for time and accumulated a lot of worker shirts and swag as well. Lots of parts, accessories, RAM modules, motherboards, and also included. So, so they actually has a complete itemized list at the bottom of this thing. Looks like they're basically, it boils down to 52 individual things that are in this auction.
It looks like 52 computers, right? That doesn't include all the parts, accessories, marketing.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's actual just systems.
52
Holy
computers.
cow.
So I look at this and then I think about like my stuff and how it would compare. Because I've got over 200.
You've got a lot. Yeah.
Making a list. Oh my gosh. See, that's, well, I don't want to get into that, but the way the seller describes the reasons, I feel like that would be my reasons at some point.
It's going to be same here. It's going to be mine. Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I'm not too far shy of 60, so I don't plan to keep them too much longer. So this is I see this is located nice center of the United States in Berwyn, Illinois.
Okay.
Which is good because obviously you're going to want to drive to pick this stuff up if you're willing to meet their price.
And the price to buy it now is $50,000, or you can make an offer. So quite the investment to spend.
It really is. Yeah,
a lot of stuff.
They don't really go into what works and what doesn't. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's some that say very good. I don't know if that's cosmetically or what. I mean, it doesn't.
Sure.
Yeah. Now the bulk of it is.
They do mention specifically that the next cube works, which is pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, it's quite the collection. I especially love the completeness. Hitting every model, like you said about the the iMacs, the iBooks, so on and so forth. So, all right, well, so no bid, just about now 50,000. We'll see what happens next week.
Well, I say good luck to them. It's gonna be hard for obviously, and again that kind of. Do you part your collection out when you go to sell it? Do you try to sell it for one lump sum? And not
you try to part that out, and it's just so much work.
So much work because then you're having to box everything, you have to ship everything.
Right. It would take.
I think they'll be lucky to get 50,000 just because that is a lot of change to plop down all at once for one person, unless they're going to turn around and open up a museum somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my setup's doing some weird things to me. Remember we had that problem where my mic would keep adjusting itself automatically?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you remember how we fixed that?
Oh no.
Because it's doing that on me again, and I don't remember how I fixed it.
Was it in StreamYard where it was automatically adjusting the volume?
There is that
or is it
setting
in your computer?
Well, there is a streamline in StreamYard that says automatically adjust mic volume, but that one's not selected.
Okay. Well, the only other one down the chain then has got to be on your computer itself, correct?
I know. Well, I'm not going to mess with it now. All right. Another thing, add it to the list of things to explore. Okay, let's get to Marchintosh in 3, 2, 1. Well, it is April now, so Marchintosh is over. But we did want to talk about some of the things that caught our eye. John picked out 3 projects. We'll skip to this one. We'll reload. Aha. This is from the Retro Millennial, a noob's first time daily driving classic Mac OS.
Yeah. So when I was just trying to decide what to talk about, I wanted to try to talk about various levels of, kind of people not trying to do something unbelievably, fantastic, which of course there were plenty of those, but just also, hey, maybe somebody who hasn't actually turned their Mac on or done anything with it for a while. And that's kind of one of these. They do a very nice job of going into their blue and white G3, which obviously they love their blue and white G3, which I don't blame them. That is definitely one of the ones that I have a huge soft spot for. And just their they document their getting online with it and going into some of the hardware. So it just made for a very nice read. And yeah. And again, that's kind of the fun of Marchintosh is just enjoying the Macintosh in whatever form or shape you want to enjoy it.
Sure. Yeah, they did a nice little account here. Lots of screenshots. Very well done. That's over on retropunk.substack.com. The other one you had, what is this one?
All right, so this one definitely more ambitious. What this person did is write a Minesweeper desk accessory.
Wow.
They did it all the graphics in ResEdit, so it'll go from it can be done on a black and white Mac or on a color Mac. I mean, obviously, not, but just the fact that somebody is doing a new implementation of it, I think is pretty freaking cool. And the fact that it's a desk accessory makes it seem extra fun. I plan to definitely put this on my SC30 that you see behind me, because Minesweeper was a, I mean, it was a good game. It was, it was kind of the only killer app that Windows had for a while, wasn't it? Wasn't that what used to come?
Oh, people used to untold hours were lost playing this and Solitaire.
Solitary, right.
Yeah. Very nice. All right.
So the only thing that I could see that would be more ambitious than writing a brand new program is writing a brand new game engine and development environment for doing old Mac software. And so this person, Bri, B-R-I on YouTube, goes into so all right, this is really cool, and I'm not going to do it justice, but so can you imagine being able to work on a modern Mac to do your code, and then with a click of a key have that code launch in Mini VMac so you can debug it immediately, still getting a readout in the development environment of what's going on behind the scenes of the program, and then be able to do a reiteration and just immediately relaunch your program. And then when you're ready to go to real hardware,
Mhm.
being able to FTP the program over to whatever networked Mac you've got. In this instance, he's using an SC30, and again having it FTP over, running it on the SC30, still having the behind the scenes of what's happening behind the program showing up in the window on your modern Mac that you're actually writing the program on.
It's making my head hurt thinking about
Right,
that.
right. So he's doing the development in something called Retro 68, which he's got a link to. But then he has his own GitHub for doing the VS Code development environment, and he's written a small game with it.
Mhm.
But he's also the way he's doing this is there is a little handheld computer called what did it say it was called?
Playdate.
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 Thank you. Playdate. That is a little handheld with just a 1-bit graphic monitor on it. So
Mhm.
he's doing it so he can cross compile the games that he is doing in this development environment for the Mac. He can also then easily recompile it for the Playdate. So
Wow.
there you go.
It's phenomenal. Oh
There's
my.
some freaking smart people out there. That's all I have to say.
I know. And I can't figure out how to keep my microphone from dropping levels automatically. I think there's an AI that's loose in my Mac. That's all I'm just gonna say that. I went through and I just looked through the major social media platforms, just kind of scrolled around and see what I would see. I found a couple that I wanted to show, just some wild things people did, like this iBook that somebody got Sonoma running on. So it's obviously not a stock iBook, but they had replaced it with an 1800 by 1280 display. And did
Wow.
some other trickery all within the case there. They've installed modern Mac. So
That's crazy. Holy
crazy
cow.
stuff. Yeah, I didn't look into the details. There's a lot of people just taking the time to organize their stuff.
Yeah, that's
Like,
great.
Like,
Yeah.
look at this is Jur's Retro Waves. Look at all the history packed into this small
That
little
is
space.
wonderful.
I should point out, who was it that it was Larry Davis that did the iBook Tangerine iBook mod. Oh, it looks like it says it's a Mac Air.
Oh,
Identified
okay.
as.
Well, that would certainly the logic boards in those things are
Mhm.
are pretty much like the size of a stick of gum. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. Scrolled into here. A lot of good photos of people doing. Didn't we? I thought we saw this one before. This artwork here. Do you remember this? Is this a Mac Paint or
It
somebody?
certainly looks. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
I think we
Mac
saw
Paint.
that
Yeah,
before. We
I
covered
think
that
yeah,
before.
I think you're right.
Yeah. What else did I see that was really cool? I think I might have to flip. Oh, Steve Mac 84 did some cool printouts on his image writer there.
Nice.
Let's see what else we going. Oh, this is cool. This is from Computer Clan, and it says, "I'm sharing the crown jewel of my collection, an extremely rare iMac G3 Rev A prototype. I've never seen one anywhere else yet."
Oh, look at that shiny case on there.
Yeah, it has smooth plastic, no EMI
Yeah.
shielding, has a floppy drive cable, an ADB port,
Oh,
an
wow.
orange motherboard, and then of course the asset tracking and FCC stickers. So
That's crazy.
What else? Let me there's just so much stuff just to go through. Let me switch over to Instagram here. There's a nice little display somebody did on their wall pairing the boxed software, each on a shelf with a portable a laptop Macintosh
Yeah,
from that era.
that's great. That looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Nice idea.
And just lots of great pictures of people showing their computers off. Somebody did a little Lego miniature of an original Mac and a little desk setup. Very cool. People doing some networking of computers, and there's the Macintosh librarian showing off some stuff. But it just goes on and on and on. Just so many clever little projects or displays or just using their Macs.
Yeah.
But let's go back over here on YouTube. We had Ron on last time, and we talked about his printer that he hooked up to the internet so you could print stuff remotely.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did a little compilation of all the cool things people sent to my printer this March and
Ah, very nice.
Lots of slick little bits of art there. He actually had quite a few videos he put out over March and Tosh. And then the
man
one
stays busy.
Yeah, the one here it is right here. Apple's Anonymous did a little video of his collection. Let's zoom into that one. And let me forward it here. And his collection is vast.
Whoa. Holy cow.
It just kind of goes on and on and on.
Apples, if you're listening, holy cow. See, this is the kind of stuff that when my wife complains about how many computers I have, I'll go, haha, but wait.
You ain't seen nothing yet. That's not a computer collection. This is a computer collection. And just quick shots all around of the stacks and stacks of stuff and boxes. And
nice.
You could spend, all day just kind of looking through there and finding stuff. So the title of that one is Max, and More Apple Bits. That's Apple's Anonymous.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. So much going on. It just seems like every year, just more and more things people are working on. We ought to, maybe next year we'll actually get something together and devote some energy towards Macintosh. We shall see. Okay. Boy, it's weird with nobody in the chat.
I know, right? I've gotten
looking
so
to see if anybody says anything, and of course there's
we miss you guys.
It's so annoying. At the end of the show, I'll probably keep the stream going just so I can try to debug it. I'll spend some time, see if I can figure it out. All right, let's get into the news. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Time now for the news over at Hackaday.com. Al Williams posted a story, A Look Inside MacPaint, which really summarizes the activities of this person, Z. I don't know how you pronounce it. Z, going to Z, investigating MacPaint's source code on Z2Z. I guess it is Z2Z because Z2Z.blog. This is an excellent article on probably, I don't know, one of the most significant applications ever written for the Mac, because it ushered in just the WYSIWYG and the graphical nature, showed the first, real app to show the true graphical power of Macintosh. But he wrote, or she, I don't know, Z2Z wrote this article that begins with like a big history of MacPaint, what it is, the timeline of it.
Ooh, I'm looking so forward to digging into this article.
And then goes into the source code, which had been released. I forget when it was released originally, and just on and on and on, like everything you ever wanted to know about MacPaint, including links to videos of like Bill Atkinson, the creator of MacPaint, just screen captures of the source code, and just, my gosh, it's quite the work here. But that's over on Z2Z.blog. if you were looking for a new Mac in the last week or so, you might have seen Apple advertise a Lumen Terminal Pro. The Lumen Terminal Pro showed up as one of the Mac options, but it's gone now. I meant to show it today live on the site, but it came and went. It was just a temporary thing. And this is a reference to the hit TV show Severance that's on Apple TV Plus. And if you watch Severance, you know that Lumen is the name of the company that has its workers doing mysterious and important things. And the computer, it has a whole, the computers that they use in the series are all very retro. And so the Terminal Pro reflects that. And yeah, it showed up in the hardware lineup. You can see a little picture of it, but that was it. You couldn't actually, they didn't have a price for it, or they didn't take the joke very far.
But have you ever seen any of the retro terminal apps for the Mac that make it look like a CRT?
Right,
it would be
right,
so
right.
easy to take one of those and just change the color on it to blue.
Yeah.
You could easily kind of do a terminal that looked like this if you were really into the show.
Yep. Let's see, this channel, what is this channel called? It's called the Computer History Archives Project, or CHAP. Uploaded a YouTube video of a 1987 advertising video called Own a Macintosh.
So painful.
It is 80s cheese to the max.
Oh, it's gnarly. It is gnarly, dude. It is totally tubular in the amount of 80s.
17 minutes long, and I think it's so fun to watch.
So much feathered hair. So much feathered hair. So many shoulder pads on clothes.
Yeah. Just it's a time capsule with
it's a time capsule that should say stay sealed is what it is.
I had never seen this video before, so I thought it was really fun to
watching
watch.
it at 1.5 speed, it was painful to watch.
Well, that's over on what did I say? The Computer History Archives Project. Of course, we'll post a link. And was that it? I think that was it. That was it for the news. So I guess we'll sign off with that. This guy's very happy with his Mac, and he's very nimble with that too, given how heavy that thing is. All right, let's end the show. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. If you're wondering, I did take inventory of one other Mac in my collection. In fact, you can see it. Do you see it there in the corner of my screen on the floor there? There's a mirrored drive
is that a mirror
door.
Okay.
And let's see. Where did I put? Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's a dual G4 on each processor, 867 megahertz with a gig of RAM. With
gig of RAM, nice.
Gig of RAM. 10.4.11. It's got 120 gig hard drive. It's got a DVD ROM and a DVD RW in it. And I think that's the stock GeForce 4 MX graphics card with 32 megs of RAM. Hardly anything on it. I must have clean installed it at some point, and it's amazing how fast that thing booted up. It's just begging to have some classical stuff, software or games or whatever put on it. But yeah, I'm so happy that it booted right up. Now the count, I'm at 10 computers explored. I've got 8 good and 2 bad.
All right. That's really not bad odds.
Well, yeah, but I mean, most of these are newer ones. I think the 2 bad ones were the oldest ones in the group. So we'll keep plugging along.
Yeah.
All right. Next week, I'll have to think about whether or not I'll be available. I've got
Uh-oh.
family in town. I might.
That would make it difficult.
Yeah.
Well, I would say call it now.
Yeah, I think we'll have to skip a week.
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll come back the next week after next, and hopefully we'll have the commenting figured out, my microphone fixed. See, it's still dropping levels on me. I don't know if it's noticeable on your end, but and until anything else from you, John, before
Nothing else. Nope.
All right. All right. Well, until next week or the week after, I should say. Remember, it's not old.
It's retro.
Okay. Now, let me go in and let's see real quickly. If I can figure anything else out.
With the not being able to chat or with your microphone?
Oh, the chat thing. Okay. It says where does it even say the there's chat disabled for this live stream.
Oh, well, if you go to
I see it.
YouTube, it headed where the chat window normally would be.
Yeah. So why is it disabled? I mean, there's nothing to click on. No idea. Weird. Well, I thought there'd be more for me to look into, but I just don't see anything. Let's see if I pull up the edit video. I can edit the video, but I can't do anything about the live stream. I bet there's something to do with StreamYard.
Yeah, it's got to be. If that's one that's
yeah. Edit. Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, something to figure out. All right. Well, this is normally where we chat a little bit more
with the.
We can't interact.
Alas, sorry. We'll fix that.
All right. Well, I guess we can still end this out and.